Hello, my name's Simon Roderick and I'm the MD of Financial Services Recruiter, Frem Search. And within our business, we also have dedicated practices which focus on key functions within our clients' businesses. This gives us a good insight into their long-term thinking and their strategic plans. And what's always interesting about times like this, where you could argue there's quite a lot of chaos, is that the stronger firms are already thinking about how they emerge stronger in 3 to 5 years' time. How they're going to take more market share, how they're going to diversify their revenue streams. And sometimes we're brought in to talk about the people strategies behind this. And so I wanted to give you an insight into perhaps the 4 key areas I think firms need to think about and the 4 key ways that they can enter a new marketplace. And number 1 is probably the most efficient, but the most expensive, and that's through making an acquisition. In service-based businesses, of course, there are legacy issues sometimes to think about when making an acquisition, and this can really put off new acquirers. But from a people strategy perspective, you're acquiring a proven team that knows each other, that functions well, and that might be invigorated by a new owner. However, what firms need to be careful of, and they need to understand, is that you need to meld together the culture of 2 firms, you need to bring the systems together, and you will always get an element of the team that's unhappy with the acquisition. And therefore it's important that you have a fantastic integration team that can deal with the cultural issues and the system integration issues. But it's also key that you then have a remuneration structure that retains key people. The next way to get into a new market, and the next down in terms of price, is to hire a team. And indeed, Frem has experience of helping clients hire teams to enter new markets. The challenge here is, I think, for many firms, it's holding their nerve. There is a real J-curve when you take on board a new team. They're often restricted from talking to clients for a long period of time. They're going to take time to understand your business. They need to fit in before they can stand out. And so firms need to have a slightly elongated time frame where they understand that they're going to lose money, but over a 3 to 5 year to 10-year period, they're going to significantly benefit by hiring these quality individuals. Thirdly, you can hire 1 experienced individual, or perhaps 2 experienced individuals, to then build a team around them. Very effective, more cost efficient, but again, it just takes that little bit longer than hiring a whole team. And then finally, and what I think doesn't work quite so well, is that firms take a very, very long-term view and perhaps hire an inexperienced team that they're looking to grow and develop. It often looks on paper low risk, low cost. But when you actually factor in the time that it takes the team to get to competency and adding value, it can actually be more high risk than some of the other options. Particularly again, if the management team lose their nerve and perhaps cut the initiative 1 or 2 years into it, just before the team start adding value. And then it goes on the books as a significant loss and a failed project. So sometimes short-term cost saving can be a long-term mistake, and therefore you're better off looking at the first 3 options. Of course, there's much more nuance, there's much more detail that goes into any of these strategies, and if we can help clients or help you with your thinking, then please don't hesitate to contact me or one of the team on 01525 864 372.